Hey everybody, it's Drew with Southern Yankee Innovations, and I did some meat birds in the spring, and I was looking for a way to do meat birds where I didn't have to rely on ordering them every year like you do with the Cornish cross, so I decided to go with the Delaware. I was reading online and it said the roosters get 7 to 8 pounds, where the hens get 6, and they lay 4 jumbo eggs a week, and they have better flavor and texture than the Cornish crosses do. So I went ahead and bought a better brooder than what I was using before. I just had a couple little plastic pools, so I bought this Producer's Pride from Tractor Supply. I think it's about 200 bucks. It's supposed to hold 20 chickens, and ordered some chickens. So to get a Delaware, you need to have a Delaware rooster with Rhode Island or New Hampshire hen, and then you can also use a Rhode Island or New Hampshire rooster with a Delaware hen and get red sex links. So I ordered 10 Delaware roosters, 5 Delaware hens, and 5 Rhode Island hens, since I already have a Rhode Island rooster with my other egg chickens. I added on to my current coop just so that way I could have a nice convenient location for all the chickens, and then just separate the meat birds from the regular egg layers, but they'll still share their nesting boxes, and I just put the nesting box section in half. So I processed it about 14 weeks. This here was their size at 14 weeks. I only did the roosters, so I ordered 10. I lost one rooster, I think on day 3, and then so I had 9, and then I ended up processing 8, leaving the biggest rooster. These birds are very calm. I have had no issues. There was 9 roosters in there, and they did start to get a little bit aggressive towards each other, but never towards me or the kids. So here was my processing setup: a few killing cones, my scalder, and then I just would hand pluck, and then I would gut them on the table. And then from there I just take them inside. I put them in a cooler until I'm ready to break them down. So I broke down 2 birds, the rest I left whole, and they ended up processing anywhere from 3 to 4.5 pounds at 14 weeks. I kind of wished I waited another 2 weeks just to get a little more weight out of them. But there's a comparison between the Cornish cross on top and the Delaware on bottom. You can see how much longer the Delaware is. The Cornish cross is definitely a lot more dense and definitely a lot more like larger breasts, larger drums, but the length of the Delaware is much larger. So I think if I had waited a couple more weeks, I would have gotten considerably comparable weights. The Cornishes were done at 8 weeks. They definitely ate a lot of food. I wish I would have kept better track on the Delawares than what I did, just for comparison, but the flavor and the texture of the Delaware is definitely better than the Cornish, and I thought the Cornish was hand over fist better than what you buy at the grocery store already. So all in all, I'm definitely happy I went with the Delaware. I'm going to plan to expand that in the spring and try to do a few more, and then I'll keep a better track on feed and get a better cost per pound for everybody.